I'm not religious, but if Jesus came down and he said, I'm the supreme authority, everyone is fucked. Mm-hmm. Almost every politician would be in jail.
Yeah.
If our historical moral guide, who's, depending on your religion, Jesus, the Buddha,
Allah,
whatever you believe, if your moral guide came down to earth and they had supreme authority over the law enforcement, almost every politician would be in jail.
95% of governmental officials would be in jail.
The bureaucracy, most people.
The only reason they're not in jail
chilling, probably,
is because they have their hands in each other's pockets and their hands on each other's backs. They're all holding hands, and they can't get fucked because they're all holding on to each other.
Well, that's the crazy thing about, like, Epstein. That we got a tiny peek into, like, what was happening. That's probably, like, hopefully that's the craziest stuff that's going on.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is that usually when it's something like that, it's interconnected with a bunch of other crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys see Ricky Gervais's Golden Globe thing? Oh my god, I just watched it the other day.
Explain it for the people who don't know.
Basically, he's been on the Golden Globes like 5 times.
Yeah.
And he's basically ripping into the Hollywood and entertainment industry, just shitting on them, being like, you guys knew about Epstein and did nothing, and like basically fuck you.
Yeah.
And like exposing the industry and making it funny. But there's people in the audience who are not laughing.
They flash to, like, I think they might even flash to Tom Hanks.
No, multiple times, and he's not amused. He's like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't imagine Tom Hanks was part of that, but
But that's the thing, we don't know.
we don't know.
The biggest issue that comes with that is that because Epstein was killed, and anybody who's associated with him who is threatening to speak out is being targeted. Like, just recently there was remember that news story that was like a month or two ago, that like a lawyer tied against Epstein's case was a victim of shooting for someone dressed up in a UPS costume, like a UPS outfit, and shot up her house, like her house front.
There was another one where it was
ridiculous.
It was Epstein's. We talked about this in an earlier podcast episode where it was Epstein's, like, side girl. She got put in the same prison that he was in.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys know what happened to her? I haven't heard anything past that point.
I haven't heard anything so far. I don't know if it's been radio silence because nothing has happened or radio silence because something has happened.
Yeah.
I'm assuming so far that it's more likely than not something probably has happened. Just knowing how quickly they were. Because Epstein got killed how quickly with him being put in jail?
Like
less than a week.
He was on suicide watch. He was under insane security. Gone.
Yeah.
Because that's how tight-knit they are. Everyone is bros. When it comes, if someone is going to get in serious deep shit and the government or the elite care enough, you'll get swept under the rug.
Yep. It's the key figures who have the most pull, have the most dirt, who are going to be taken out the fucking quickest. And that showed immediately with Epstein.
Yeah, and this isn't even just a recent thing. If you look back, there's a few examples. Something about Panama. I don't know the exact details, but the one I do know the exact details on, or not the exact details, but more details, is I believe a guy was living in New York, and some of the stoplights were actually switching between lights at increased rate. So more people were getting in accidents at this light, and he recorded this and sent out the information, and he wrote about it. I think he even complained to the government about it, and ever since then he's been targeted by government employees and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Just from one stoplight?
That's the only thing stopping me from complaining about the stoplights where I live. Gage knows about these 2 fucking stoplights that are absolutely ridiculous. I was stopped at one of them for 3 minutes straight today.
What?
Yeah, and there were no cars coming the other way. And after 2 minutes or so, one car comes the other way, goes by, and we still had to sit there for the next minute until our light went green. That light is insane. And for our side, right, by the time you get to the opposite end white line where you're supposed to stop, if you're at the stoplight on that side, by the time you cross The green light turns yellow.
Yeah, I have a light like that at my work. I think they changed it because I haven't seen it in a while. But
It's
like
infuriating.
you'd like step on the gas as immediately as it turns green, and by the time like in the middle of the intersection,
Right.
it turns back to yellow. And it's not like some like left-hand turn lane where it's like two cars can only go at once. It's like a straight on just through the intersection in a pretty busy area.
That shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
But